Hey y'all. So my regular pit stop was closed, so I started my live because I'm right next door, and if they saw me, they were gonna close up. So howdy. Sorry I'm late. I'll explain later. Oh look, there's people in the cafe. Check it out. I never see anybody in the cafe. I'm just holding my phone, guys. So they got the music on. Oh, I'm gonna be so much louder than that today. It's gonna be awesome. sptvfoundation.org. It was created by ex-members who would love to help you out, help you get out, help you reconnect with your family. sptvfoundation.org. And freeloader debt is not enforceable in the real world. A church cannot charge you for services. Okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to set up. No, they didn't. Alright, let me change my chat setting. Oh, I'm gonna be so much louder than them today because I got one of my cadences done. Alright. I need to set up in a good spot where you guys can see me. The gusty wind. Sorry about that, guys. I've never done this with holding my phone. I usually have it on the tripod, but it would have been too awkward to come out to the door. sptvfoundation.org. They're slow. Look at this. They must only have one guy. Check them out. Slow. Blind tech fail. Blind tech fail. Super blind tech fail. Well, let's go make him do it. Hold on. Look, there's books. Check it out. There was people in the cafe. I know there was one girl, she was a student, and she went in there to study because she thought it was a public cafe, I guess. And all they did is bug her. Blind tech fail! Alright, let's get my tripod out while we're standing right here. I can always move it. So this is going to be a little bit wonky for a minute. I've never set up after I started my live, but it was super awkward. So, if I can find it. So I'm sorry if things aren't, you know what? No, never mind. Let me get that thing out. You know what? Let's do this. Alright, my phone folds, so let's see if it'll sit here. Oh, there goes the blind tech. You can watch me set up real quick. Then I will explain to you why I'm late. So I went to bed at 8:30 a.m. this morning. So, and got up at 11:30. That's why I'm late. Traffic wasn't horrible, but it was, my leg is hurt because there was so much traffic. But what it was is I had about a book written on this cadence that I'm going to do. And I sat last night redoing it and paring it down some. You can see I'm wearing my army outfit. Alright, got the tripod out. So, today's gonna be real fun. I have so much to talk about. So, you know Stephanie Hutchison, or whatever the heck her name is. She's under aliases all the time, so I never do know who she is. We had a Twitter, remember Nora yesterday talking about Stephanie and her stupid vlogs? The whole entire time I was having a Twitter war over the Pearl Snappy, Twitter, whatever. I've never even been messaged on Twitter, let alone exchanged with anyone. So I actually rewatched Nora's stream last night because I had missed so much of it. There's a lot of stuff that I missed. So I have the screenshots in case, I don't know how it works, what you can delete. Hi, Fluffer Squirrel. You know what, I might stay over here because it's farther from the speaker and we can still see it. So I'm still trying to get set up a little bit. So that's why I was late. I fell asleep at 8:30, got up at 11:30 because I was ready to go to bed at 6:30, but my husband comes home at 7. The dogs freak out. I was like, yeah, don't even try it. And then, of course, I got to visit with him when he gets home. So it's not a big deal. I have weird sleep habits. All right, so let's move over here by this bench. Sorry, guys. All right, and it's very windy. I didn't have this on when I was walking here, and the wind tried to take my hat. So I got lots of water because I'm going to be using my voice a lot today. So where's my new bottle of water? Check this out. So I had to buy a bottle of water at 2 different places. So I went to my normal pit stop pizza place. They've had problems with their toilet, the flushing thing. After I buy my water, I find out it's out of order. So I came down here to the coffee shop, did the same thing because, you know, I don't want them to think, you know, I don't know what their policy is. You have to be customer use it. So I just buy a bottle of water. Plus, you can never have enough water in Texas. So that's why I came out the door on camera, because I didn't know if they had seen me go in, or if I would have set up after I came out, they might have seen me. So I wanted to do a sneak attack. And another thing, I did not check the weather, and it was looking tornado-y weather on my way here. This isn't even that cold. So we got lots to talk about. Lots and lots. Who all we got here? I'm not looking at the chat. I wonder why the boombox was out. I think, well, maybe Pearl Snappy came by. They also, it's not super loud. So I think sometimes they do it to get people's attention when we're not here. And if they're watching my schedule, I hate scheduling ahead of time. I want to do sneak attacks, but I need the schedule for you guys. So I got to decide. S, what's up? Melissa. Awesome. I was late anyway, so I swear I'm not stalking you. Hey, everywhere I go, Fluffer Squirrel is there. So there's either 3 of her or I'm stalking her. Stephanie H, MR, same people spouting same hate. Yeah. Have y'all looked at my community page lately? I'm wondering if anybody saw the ass hat on my community page. So I put a nice community thing out about getting votes on my new channel name. And I guess after, remember my community post about the Mitch Brisker interview after I watched Nora, and she pointed out that he said no kids in Sea Org for 20 years and no kids in hotels. Oh, you'll need a cup of coffee and some time, because this guy was a prolific writer. But I don't, if it's long and it's a troll, I read maybe the first line. I don't care. If they're not giving me constructive criticism or trying to have a conversation and they're just starting out, you're a liar, you and Nora are a liar, what you said is not true, give me the timestamps. I'm like, you go look at the timestamp, asshat. Everybody saw it. By the time I responded, Nora and Mitch had already had their get it off their chest stream. Yesterday, I think. Oh, it's alright, Melissa. I'm going to tell you about it. Don't you worry. You don't have to look. So, instead of letting him hide down in the comments, I put it in my community tab. I said, alright, asshat, here's the damn timestamps on the video of Mitch Brisker saying there have been no children in the Sea Org for 20 years and no kids in hotels. Now, he has since apologized for that and walked some of it back, but this asshat is still writing books, which I haven't looked at. I don't care. I don't. It doesn't upset me. It's annoying. But all I do is give them my information. I had somebody screaming at me about talking to the security guard. And I said, look, did you see how many people that I talked to because I'm not confrontational? And that's all I said. And then when that person kept going, I just hearted their comment. I'm not going to engage in an argument. Now, I did a little bit with Stephanie on the Twitter just because I was watching in real time live Nora going over her blog, sounding like she's some sort of flippant expert on trauma and how victims should be and act. And everything she said, Mike Rinder needs to listen to, right? Right, we all know that. Yeah, I mean, I'll give him kudos for coming on live with a moderator and hashing it out. I mean, he didn't have to do that, and he didn't have to do it live. So I thought that was, yeah, I'm giving him some cool points for that. And Nora, you can tell she's biting her tongue. Now, I didn't see the first part, to be honest, of they're hashing it out. I watched that after I watched her stream about Stephanie. So I watched the last half, which was after kind of the confrontational or tense part, and I really don't want to go back and watch the tense part. I watched Natalie on the way here. I listened to it, and I didn't get the whole thing, but she showed where some clips of the earlier parts where Gail was muting them. I thought she did a great job. I'm sorry, she did. She was like, I've never done this before. I thought that was cool. So I stated in the, I don't actually go on my channel. I have a personal channel, and that's what you guys see me comment on other streams with my picture. I don't hide. So, and my Twitter is Miss Kim and my picture. I don't hide behind an alias. Yeah, I really haven't listened to much of Mitch because when I read a title that says somebody has beef or we're gonna hash it out, those are kind of stuff I don't like, confrontation and stress and tension. But if it's necessary, I will watch it. So I think it was good I came in halfway when they were kind of still talking and stuff. So that was good enough for me. It doesn't matter. Yes, it doesn't matter as a survivor. The blame always goes back to you. That's what they do. It's so frustrating. I know. I've seen it. I'm not a survivor, but I've been around this community, and even on Popcorn Planet when Amber Heard was faking being a survivor during, and he did a call-in show, and all these survivors called in, and it was a very emotional show, and it taught me a lot. Melissa, I'm listening to you in the background while doing other stuff. Oh, that's cool. I've cooked dinner listening to people. That's cool. I like to talk, and there's not much to look at, so don't worry about it. That's why I in the car, I try to find things I don't have to look at, but I always start with Natalie's show. Either that, I had to actually watch yesterday's show. I watched some of it last night, and I watched some of it because if she doesn't go an hour and a half, I have to supplement because I need to cover an hour and actually a little more than an hour and a half. Because sometimes I finish listening to it while I'm walking with my earbud. So I didn't get to finish her show, but I saw most of it. I think the last thing I saw was somebody recorded being in an org talking about how much services cost, and then she talked about her daughter being 14, put in the Sea Org and signed over by their parents, her mom. And I think that might be one of the last things I heard. I was like, oh no, and then she played Serge and Miriam. She played a clip of Serge and Miriam. I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch that. So, anyway, asshat. Because his name is this long. And you know what I thought when I was reading how he was saying things? It's Thomas and stuff you can't pronounce. So, the thing about the stuff you can't pronounce, that's like Stephanie. She likes to go behind aliases and use all these weird-ass titles. I think it was her. S. I've been diagnosed with multiple PTSD last November after childhood SA and other things that happened throughout my teens. And even in the last year as a 47-year-old, trauma does not discriminate. No, it doesn't. I've had so many bad therapists. I had one guy who would fall asleep on me. So I kind of just quit the therapy stuff. I could never find a good one. Because we're in a very isolated community up near the base. So you only have so many to choose from unless you come down to Austin. I did that for pain management once, hoping I would get a better doctor, and I didn't. It wasn't worth a 3-hour trip. So anyway, I was getting at the last one who I really liked, but she left soon after I started, said there's a book called When the Body Says No. Because a lot of my physical problems can be associated with anxiety and depression. And trauma survivors should never be blamed. Exactly as Allie's mom. I sometimes listen in 1.5 speed, press the time in half. I do that too. I do that a lot. Because I had to go back and rewatch Nora's stream that I already watched because I'd missed a lot of stuff because I was taking screenshots as I went. I don't know how Twitter works. I didn't know because I thought she would block me after the first comment. She kept going. She wanted to have this exchange. The thing is, some of the stuff I was saying was because of what I was watching on Nora's stream. And she was in that stream. You know she was. You know she was watching it. So she was watching Nora's stream, and she was probably ticked off, and she was probably taking it out of me. I don't care. I commented on that shit she posted about Pearl Snap. I went to his page. He's a hater. Oh, my asshat? I didn't even think about that. Somebody having a page. Oh yeah, that's why as soon as he started saying you're a liar, you know, Nora's a liar, blah blah. As soon as they get like that, I'm like, I'm done. I mean, if you can't have an intelligent back and forth with me, I'm not going to spend my time reading your hate. And he put 4 more big comments up somewhere. Oh, on the asshat post with the timestamps proving what I said. And he put like 4 books on there that I didn't watch or read. I mean, so anyway, that's what that post is about. Like I said, the original comments are on my community comment about I was just watching Nora and Mitch. And like I said, as soon as I read that, I haven't read any of his comments all the way through. I didn't read any of the 4 new ones. Maybe the first sentence. And like if I think the first sentence said something like, I mean, he's still saying I'm a liar after putting timestamp, so he can kiss my blankety blank blank. Allie, yes, Allie's mom. So that's what happened with asshat. Because I'm not going to use his name. It's ridiculous. It just ticks me off. It's Thomas something. I wonder if she did that on purpose. Or, you said there's a page and he's a hater. Yeah. So I don't care if he's a professional hater. I'm not going to give him my time. I got better things to do, like watch more Nora or Eric. Melissa. Trauma responses can physically affect your body negatively. Yeah, it can. I would encourage everyone to read Stephanie Hutchison's blog. After my previous comments, it's absolutely disgusting. I know, and I said that in the Twitter. I won't call it X, it's stupid. It's shameful. How can anyone trust an organization that blames victims like that? I've never heard of a board member of a charity attacking people like she is. Now we know that being a board member on a charity doesn't necessarily make you a good person. Oh, side note, we'll go over Sarah's blog a little more. We called it when we found out about the complaint on Kent, the lawyer. Never remember his first name. Don't really care. We were like, this isn't new to him. This is practiced predatory behavior. There's gonna be more. And guess what? There's more. Not surprised, but we called it. I want to hear the rest of the story about the girl who went in the cafe to study. I think you started to say that they were bugging her. Yeah, I got her on camera. I finally got my laptop with an antivirus, so it's not ridiculously slow. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna edit some short videos. So she came out on my live and we talked. I'll go find the live and I'll put a link in the description later on and a timestamp so you guys can watch her. But she said, I went in there and I just wanted to study and they just kept bugging me to buy a book. She goes, and it's weird in there and she was creepy. Don't quote me. I don't remember her exact words. But actually, Natalie even put a clip of her on her channel of us talking. And she said she knew, she doesn't really know a lot, but she knew that it wasn't great. And so I went into my spiel and educated her. Is pretty much what happened. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's not about being dismissed. It's about the whole validity of the board. Her blog ripped me apart. It was an attack on all victims of trauma. Yeah. And every word should go right in Mike Rinder's ear. Because he's showing his true colors. You know, when I first came on the scene in 2022, late, so we're getting a few months to 2 years that I've been, I deep dived for a year and a half. And, you know, that was when Aaron was on the board and Mike Rinder started his channel and I subscribed. They were selling the bobbleheads. Thank God I didn't buy that $40 freaking bobblehead that breaks. Or his book. I was too busy being members and doing super chats on channels to be buying $30 books. FYI, I see in your description you're going to talk about her aliases and Liz Gale retracted that. Just an FYI for you. Well, okay. But, well then there stands. So, well I said that in the thing, but I don't care. But I don't like to say things that are false, so allegedly, probably not. It's in her community post. Okay, I'll check it out. Thanks, Allie's mom. I appreciate that. But it's too late. It's in print. But I will retract that she has aliases. But she has stands that attacked me too when she stopped. Like they did a tap out and she quit. She's still gross. Yeah. So anyway, this is why I was late. Let me show you real quick. Watch this. This is one cadence. Oh, can you see it? So let's do it the opposite way so you guys can see. I'm going to be doing this today. So from the end to the front. Oh. I can't do it. Oh, let's go ahead and open it. I need it open anyway. Hold on. Let me do it from the front. Yep, there it is. Okay, here it is. So, oh my god, I just licked my, oh my god. Ew, 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 ew. I haven't hit the sanitizer. Ew, ew, ew. I usually always do that. Especially right after. Ew, 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 ew. I can't believe I just did that. I heard Aaron and I can't remember Jenny talking about making that guy lick the bathroom floor. Okay, so now I can do it. First page, that doesn't taste so good. So 1, 2, 3, almost 4. Now that's from probably. I could have had 3 more pages, maybe more, but I was trying to have what I call verses, talking about RPF, talking about sec checks, talking about SPTV Foundation, and I couldn't quite fit all that in. S. It's now a crisis as how can vulnerable people trust an organization that has no respect for trauma victims. Not only that, but there is a contempt for keeping them quiet, not safe. Oh, I know. And I said that. I said, you know, you've lost all credibility. And I'm sticking with that. Anytime I have anything to say about the AF board or her or Mike Rinder, and I don't know for sure because I don't go look, but Claire and Mark are being ridiculously silent. It's like, Nora put a lot of my comments up on the stream because I was there 40 minutes early and we were all chatting. I'm glad I didn't say anything too stupid because I didn't know she was going to go back to the beginning of the chat. I guess somebody was starring him for her. Melissa, I don't care if she states that is her personal opinion. She is a member of the board. And when talking about the people the foundation is meant to help, it's going to affect the foundation. The silence speak volumes. And that's what I said. I'm going to put my notebook down. It's windy. I guess there's people looking at the church over here. So, yeah, I mean, they're shooting themselves in the foot. So, if you want to know anything, I got all the info. Thanks. Okay, they know. They were just looking at it. Probably tourists. It's Saturday. We get a lot of tourists in Austin. So, especially near campus, they might be visiting their kids and stuff like that. So, that's what I like about Saturdays is I can get a lot of families. I can get a lot of people outside, not in Austin, that may not have an org near them or know anything about it. So, Tom didn't get to work on my sign. He was too busy helping me with normal everyday stuff like housework. So he just didn't have time. It's OSA 2.0. Yeah, I said, you know, if they kick her off the board, she can go work for OSA. I mean, oh, and then when it was somebody popped her picture up on the screen because somebody was joking that she looked like Mark Headley's alter ego. And I was like, ew, she does look like him. Oh my gosh. I thought she might be his sister. I'm not trying to be mean either. Never forget, Rosemary was RPF for 6 years for being abused by Ronnie Miscavige because of Claire Headley. Now, I didn't know, I haven't actually gone to Mike Brown's channel, and I'll be honest, when things get real emotional, I tend to steer away. I have to be in the right frame of mind to watch it. I haven't watched Miriam's story. I've gotten her story from watching her with other people. And Rosemary. I kind of know her story, but I haven't actually gone and watched it. And I know I need to. She does. Oh, that was you? Yeah, I agreed too when I saw it. I was like, oh my God, she does. That was amazing. So, you know, I mean, we all, that's odd. Somebody just went in with a case of like these little, like Kool-Aid drinks that you would give to kids or, oh, it's not Friday. Say it right for the graduation. There is a power dynamic at play, and I hate having to look up at you guys. Looking up my nose. Okay, let me put this down a little bit. Got this part down. Watch out, it's gonna shake, guys. I'm gonna just bring it down and hope it doesn't fall all the way down. Because I've got the camera holder all the way down, so I'm gonna reduce the legs just a little bit. Let's try that. I hope it's not too wonky. Alright, now, I know it's a little low for you guys, but I'm going to be walking away a little bit when I start doing my thing. Rosemary, George Massey. Rosemary's story always makes me cry, and I'm not a crier. Yeah. MR is pulling all the strings. Oh, we all know. He's not going to get away with it here. We're not Scientology, and the ex-Scientologist knows what it looks like. I wish if they would just shut up and do their job, we wouldn't be here. I appreciate the content. That's all I can say. I'm going to fix the phone again. Better, guys? Okay. Quarter water. Oh, but the bottles of Kool-Aid brought into the cult. Allie's mom, I'm new to your channel. Were you in the cult? Nope. I'll tell you my story real quick because there's always, and I do. And I don't do it for sympathy at all. I just do it to let you know what my story is. So, I've been sick since 2010. I was homebound. And then about 5 years ago, I have to get my medical records because I can't even remember exactly. I fell and injured 4 more discs. I had 4 more discs in my lower back. And just gravity just hurt. I couldn't even sit up. So I laid in my bed for till about January of this year. So I had lots of time. And I was never a YouTube watcher, but during the Johnny Depp trial, I got with Popcorn Planet and found a little community there that I liked watching. Liz from Nerd Report was part of that. I've actually met him a couple times at meetups. Aaron popped on my feed one day. I didn't know anything about Scientology except I knew it was bad. That's all I knew. That it was considered a cult. So I watched it, and that was back in 2022 before he started going live every day when he used to post videos and edit them and things like that. So he had been on for 5 years. I couldn't binge watch 5 years. So I went back 1 year and I binge watched all of his videos from 1 year back. And then about the time I got done, it was January 2023 when he announced he was going to start going live 2 or 3 times a day because editing took too much time. And then he also stated that this year he was going to make David Miscavige through the day that Aaron had a YouTube channel. So through Aaron and him, having people on and things like that, I started watching it. I got with Mark and Claire Headley, and then he got Mike Rinder to start a channel, although I never really watched his stuff. I never watched the Aftermath show. because right now you have to pay for it. I never watched Going Clear, never anything before Aaron. And I watched SPTV blow up. I watched somebody mention it. It got grabbed. It was grassroots, and it blew up. Same thing happened to Popcorn Planet. But he didn't want to name the community. And I'm like, people like that. People like to be part of something, especially something like, it's a cult. Don't let them get your money. Most of the time I see college age students go in, they're trolling. So I deep dived for a year and a half. And then in November, they put a pain stimulator in my back. It took till about January to really heal good. It was amazing. It's taken away 70% of my pain. I can still feel it right now, but I have tried to turn it up. I control it with a little mini iPhone. But if I go up, it kind of helps, but it actually kind of makes it a little, I have my setting. And I need to know, I need to feel some pain so I know not to hurt myself, because they're still injured. It's only blocking the pain. I still have all kinds of other things. My shoulders need surgery. I have fibromyalgia. That's what I got in 2010. Traumatic fibromyalgia. The reason I bring all of this up is so anybody out there that thinks they can't do anything, or, you know, they're too old. I'm 55. I never thought, as a grandma in a military small town up there, that I would ever be live streaming in Austin doing this right now. It amazes me all the time. It really does. I don't like being on camera because I only started drinking cold brew about 8 months ago. And I liked it because we don't drink soda. I drink a gallon of water a day, ice water. I eat ice, and that's it. And I don't drink a lot of hot coffee. I have a warmer, and my cup of coffee literally sits there all day. I just sip on it. So we found cold brew, making it at home. It has stained the crap out of my teeth. Well, I was going to go to my dentist. I know it's a side note, to have it whitening, but about 2 weeks ago, my daughter had moved to California, and she called me and said her cat can't go pee. This is the fourth boy cat that we've had that got crystals in his bladder. The first one, I had a great vet. She saved him. The second, third, and fourth have all died. And my favorite cat, Elvis, who would meet me after work at the door and jump up in my arms like a dog, he got it. And I was being, what do you call it, temporary supervisor. So my husband and my daughter had to deal with it. And I didn't see him for a couple days. Because it was a faraway vet. And when I did see him, I was like, if y'all had told me he was in this much pain, I would have told you to end it. He didn't even know who I was. He was in so much pain. His kidneys were failing. Well, when she went, I have care credit. That's what I use for the dentist. That's what I use for the vet. So she had to call 7 different vets to find one that would take my care credit over the phone or by picture. And I swear they charged her double. They didn't catheter him right away because when he got there, he dribbled a little bit in the pan. And they said, well, he peed. We don't want to catheter him. If they had, they probably would have saved him. We spent $1,500 for her to take him home, give him a few pills, and it to get worse. So that pretty much maxed our care credit. So she's going to help pay some of it back. It's fine. But I will never have another boy cat. I probably will never have another cat because he was the best. I'm sorry, but my chat disappears because, okay, so I got to go way back here, guys. The Kool-Aid. All right, over and out. I agree, Miss Kim. We can go back. So, anyway, that's just a personal note. I get sidetracked sometimes. I try not to. I agree, Miss Kim. Stephanie Hutchison be saying like a train smearing OSA bot, creating hate, wherever she goes. I know. And people like that don't see what they're doing. Thanks, Miranda. Yes, you have to take accountability, Mike Render. can't refer to Church of Scientology in the third person when you were in charge of OSA for 25 years. So sad for you. I know. I said in all the chats, I'm you know, I like to talk, especially when I'm worked up. I said if he would just go to the authorities and really decide to pursue all the crap he saw, they would give him immunity. So he could probably bring them down. And I think it's awful funny that he was really fair gamed hard in the beginning, then it kind of quit. So, and here's something suspicious. I'll get to you guys in a second. Something I caught one time. I think Aaron was talking with Mike Rinder. I don't remember. And he said, you know, I never heard how you actually got out. How did you escape? Well, he was overseas. I don't know if he was in Australia or England. I don't remember. But he said, well, I decided I had it, and I had a family credit card I'd forgotten all about. And I used that to buy a plane ticket and leave. How do you forget about a family credit card when you're paid almost nothing? And when you're not traveling with David Miscavige, you have to stay in a flea-ridden motel or bed-bug hotel, or with other Scientologists. He only got the nice lodgings when he was traveling with Davey. So that was an easy escape. Just saying. Melissa, the little jugs are known as quarter water in some places. Oh, okay, I never heard that. Hey Brian, you might like what I'm doing today. I made a cadence. It rhymes. It's long. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I stayed up all night. I went to bed at 8:30 this morning. That's why I was late. Brian, Miss Kim, I have a link to the Aftermath show that Leah put out one time where you can watch it for free. That would be awesome. I would really like to watch it, but my money's going to memberships of channels I want to support and super chats and things like that. So I'm like, I've learned so much through the creators on YouTube that I didn't feel like I needed to pay to buy it. So, but I would like to watch it. Thank you so much. Y'all like and subscribe. Yeah, I appreciate it. I keep going up every time I come back. I might have 5 or 10 more, and I think it's amazing. Oh, watch hours. So the way they're doing it, I have enough subscribers for the memberships and super chats, which they changed. That used to be all one thing. You need 3,000 hours. I'm at 2,200 and something. Last time I checked, I was at half, like 1,500. So I'm getting really close, and I've already sat and made up my member levels. They're cute. Ugh, I hate smiling right now. S. It's one of those weird things. We all watched the Aftermath show, and I wanted to believe Mike Rinder was a nice person. Yeah, I think, well, when I found out he hadn't done any apologies to people, I assumed because Aaron had done it, some other people said they had done it, Nora had done it. You know, if they met or they wanted to reach out to somebody they were awful to in Scientology when they were in, they apologized. I assumed Mike Rinder had at least done that to Aaron, Mark, and Claire because they were friends. And I don't think he ever did, or if he did, it was half-assed. S. It's only now I reflect after listening to the stories and looking at the facts. I'm like, Jesus, he's a criminal. Miranda, poor kitties. Okay, we're on the kitties. I know. And they told her I was mad at that vet she took him to. It was an emergency vet. They didn't do anything right. But we had hopes that maybe he was, because they said they looked and there might have been a blockage, but it moved. Well, that means the blockage is going to go back. She paid for all of the 600 of it was medications. I don't know if they gave her a refund because she only had him home a half a day. And then he was bleeding, and she immediately that we put him to sleep, and she's got ashes of 4 pets on a table, and we actually buried our pets that have passed on our property. If we ever sell that property, somebody's going to be weirded out. Thanks, Miranda. I have 2 kitties, Punky Brewster and Cherry Berry. Oh, this one was called Lunch Meat. I don't know why. I don't know how, so they just called him Lunch. And the thing is, he was an outside cat when they lived here in Texas. They could not even get him to come in. They had to leave the garage open so he could come in and get food. And he hung out he would come up sometimes. But when they moved to California and they were in an apartment in a new place, he would not go out. He became an inside cat. He was in London. Thanks, us. Mike Render was in London when he escaped. Thanks, Sharon Max. MC, England. Yeah, something seems off on the escape story. For somebody who was second or third to him, I would think it'd be a little harder. It was like Criminal Activity and Emmy Award-winning Plain Sight. Yeah, and all this stuff's coming to light now that everybody was keeping their mouths shut, just like in Scientology, because they thought, well, maybe this only happened to me. But as soon as everything blew up with Aaron, everybody started coming out. You know what? He did this. You know what? He did this. You know what? I saw this. You know what? When he was producer on Aftermath, he got a lot of people's stuff on the floor, like Miriam. He was in charge of that whole show, and what got, Leah probably just showed up, did the interviews, and let him deal with it. She trusted him. And I like that she was staying out of it. I don't know if she is that much now, but I hope that she just stays out of it. She's her own entity. She has her own things to deal with. I want her to stay above the fray. That's all I want for her. Carrie, FYI, Miss Kim, and chat. Just checking in for a few. Everyone I mod for are live right now, but I still want to support this channel. Thanks, Carrie. I appreciate that. I really do. I really, 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 really do. Because at first, I didn't know what to expect. I've told you this before. I really, when I first did this, thought I was going to stand here and hold a sign. Then I got with Pearl Snappy, and I said, she'd already started being on camera. It was before the opening in February. I said, you know what? I'll hold your camera. Well, she had a tripod. So I was just filming her, and I put a couple clips on. Then Aaron got me my 50-something subscribers so I could go live. And I'm like, oh my God, I can go live. But I didn't know how. I was standing over there on the corner the day before the opening, and some college boys showed me how to do it and took me live. So I'm still learning. I've only edited one video, and doing it on my phone's too hard. So anyway, what I was getting at is, did you see where it said this episode or this stream was sponsored by SUNDEE? I hope I'm saying that right. And I don't know if SUNDEE or SUNDEE uses her or his, I think it's her, last name on here. I went back into some live chats trying to see. She cash apped me my one and only donation that I've ever had last week when I said I couldn't make it to Austin because it's the end of the month, and my hubby just said be careful because between the tolls, the gas, and the parking, we hadn't budgeted. We're not poor by any means. We are financially fine for the most part. I can't get him to help me budget. I used to be able to keep the budget in my head like a check register. But when I got fibromyalgia and it made my memory Swiss cheese, I need to sit down with him and do it because I've made mistakes. We used to go to Barnes & Noble the first of the month when most of the pay came in, we would do a budget. So that's all it is. We're really bad budgeters to the end of the month. That's all. But she said, here you go for a trip to Austin. She actually funded about almost 3 trips to Austin. I was amazed. At first, I thought my daughter had paid me back some money she owed me. And she had happened to call me, and I go, did you pay me? Da-da-da-da-da. She goes, no, I only sent you this much. And so I looked again, and I saw who it was from in the comment. And while I was doing that, my daughter goes, you want to send it back? I was like, no. they're in California and really not making it well. I tried to tell her. She said the groceries aren't extending. They're paying $2,300 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 kids. And I stayed there for a month. It's actually pretty spacious. They've got bunks in the room, and I could fit my twin air mattress on the floor with space to spare. And the hallways are wide. Matter of fact, the neighbor came up from downstairs because she was in her jumper making noise on the floor, and she was about to get in a walker, and they're on the 2nd floor. So she's like, hey, I get paid like tomorrow, but I need $20 or something like that. She always pays me back. Always. Excuse me, sorry. Itchy. This woman, just side note, she was kind of, she had issues as a teenager. But as a mom, 2 times, because she had, the first time, the dad was a loser. He was just because they're soldiers doesn't mean they can't be losers. He got kicked out for just being a loser. And she had 2 kids with him. The second one, he got kicked out, discharged 3 days before the second one was born, so they had to move in with me. He was sitting there playing video games with no shirt on and just shorts on in my living room, and I was really sick at that time. I was in my room most of the time, so I came out and started sitting on the couch. She had 2 jobs by the time her second was 6 weeks old. 2 jobs. One of them was outside in the summer, in June and July. He did nothing to try to find a job, and then when they were 10 months apart, but she was able to crawl up and stand up, and he gave her a dirty look, my granddaughter, and I'm sitting there and I go, Dad, and I was always nice. I don't try not to tell people what to do. You'd think I would, but I don't. I try to teach. I will give my opinion, and then they can choose to take it. And I said, Dad, she just wants to see you. He grabbed her and plopped her on his lap and went back to his game. The next day, when she said, hey, there's a job over here at the Sherwin-Williams paint store. Well, his stepdad owned a paint company he used to work for. He wouldn't even go with her to put in an application. She put in one. But then when he said, you know what, I think I'll get a job at GameStop because I can get a discount on my games, she kicked his ass out the next day. I said something, she goes, Mom, I got this. I'm like, okay. Next day she said, get the F out. And he was never really involved. We don't even know where he is. The oldest is 12 now. But she did it again when they got there. Because they got there, it was really hard for him to find a job. They were living with his mom for a little while so they could get an apartment. And she was pregnant when they left. And she worked when she was pregnant till she couldn't. Then, within 2 months, she was working 2 jobs. Just saying. Alright. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I've not had very much sleep. I've had, 2.5 hours sleep. And I drank a huge coffee on the way here. So, that's why I'm squirrel. Allie's mom. I love Leah. I pray she's not involved. I don't think she is. I think she's been duped just as much as everyone else. Yes, it's such an education for everyone to see Mike Render for what he really is. He's still desperately trying to control the narrative. How did that work out, Scientology? People are not stupid. Yeah, they don't know how to deal with the social media. We can see him in real time. He can't tell a story. He can't fake it anymore. He can't make stuff up. Like on a TV show where you edit stuff. Hey, Pup Grimmer. What's up? S. You think she's involved in how much? In what way do you think? It's now about how she distances. Exactly, and she was distancing well. She said, I'm not going to get in the middle of it. And I was like, okay, good for you. Stay there. S. Ironically, Leah has been involved in another cult, the cult of my friend. He is a charismatic guy sometimes. I never cared. When he would be on with Leah and go, hey, Lily, and he's how old? It really rubbed me the wrong way. So I never really watched any of his videos. A lot of people I just watch when they're on somebody else's channel and giving like an interview or something. So hang on, guys, I gotta move this. I may not be able to hold my sign today. It is so windy. Can you see the trees? We get like gusts going down through here like a wind tunnel. Alright. Carrie. Remini can't distance herself. Mike Render is the key witness in her lawsuit. I didn't know that. Well, I hope he sticks to that. Carrie, there's always a way out. Mike Render will blow it for sure. George Massey. I agree. Leah is too invested with Mike and has to play dumb for now. I give her a pass at this point. As long as she doesn't take a side publicly or, I think she's smart enough because she's been an actress in Hollywood and knows PR. I think she's smart enough not to come out and be his attack dog and protect him. He can handle that himself. He's a big boy. And as long as she doesn't go against, to be honest, the rest of the community. I mean, she kind of started, I know there were other people that wrote books and did documentaries and things like that, but Leah Remini was a figure everyone knew. And when she blew, that was a big deal. And everybody wanted to talk to her on their shows, and she told them all about it. And that was the first real light we had shining on Scientology. So kudos for her to go through that. She'll always have some points from me for doing that. S. I disagree. That's not the message we should be giving to survivors. There's always a way out. We need to give that message to people still in. It's not about timing. Not everyone has that luxury. Did I miss something? Hi, everyone. Hi, Felicitas. What's up? Okay. Yeah, we were talking, about all the drama that's been going on with Stephanie. So, we've been here almost an hour. Let's get to the Twitters. I need to show them to you. I have to connect this phone to this phone. Oh, this is my new grandbaby. This was when I visited. It's a cute. It's so cute. Alright, hang on, and I hope I don't kick myself out. I gotta bring up... No! Don't go away! If I go off, stay. It will come back. Alright, let me try that again. I gotta go in and... Okay, what happened? Did I go blank? I'm curious. Okay, so now I need to hook this phone to the hotspot. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Miranda. Go ahead, Carrie. You go do you. They need you. And a banana. Thank you. She's such a cutie. George Massey. As long as Leah isn't shitting on Aaron and others, it's all good to me. If she picks aside Aaron, she could blow up her case, right? Which she has spent a fortune on. Yeah, I understand. As long as she just, it did go blank, okay, because I had to minimize it to go do my thing. I should have had that already up. Sorry about that, guys. Thank God I didn't have to restart. Alright, let's get this Twitter on. Where'd it go? Oh, X. I'm forgetting. Alright. I don't even know how to use this. It took me forever how to go in and find my replies. But like I said, I have my own picture on there. I don't hide behind some weird ass name. Alright, so now I go to replies. Now, when I screenshot it, it wasn't in order. And for some reason, it's still not in order. So I'm going to have to figure some of this out. Alright, and for some reason, my husband never noticed that his screen is dark. It's up all the way until he got the new phone. So I hope you can see it. So you all know about the article about Pearl Snappy, because I haven't actually seen it. I don't really need to. I can tell. I saw a little bit of it where I guess he was power washing. I'll bet he hit her with the power washer. Is that what happened? I don't even care. So, like I said, I don't have a lot of time. There's so many channels. If somebody talks about it or shows a clip or something like that, sometimes that's all I can do. Alright, so she posts this and in Ultio at Veritas with no picture. So you don't know who she is for sure. I will say it again, there is a wrong way to protest. I stand by that. This poor guy, he's a Scientologist, but he does not deserve to be treated like this. Look, that's assault. You spray water on somebody, especially pressure washer, that's assault. I don't care. That's what it is. Or battery, depending on... Thanks, Miranda. Yeah, I do agree with George. I hope so. So, like, Voodoo Kitty didn't come in till later. They kind of did a tag team when she didn't like. So my response to this was, and I hope I get this in order. This is not bad. Where's my... Oh, here we go. Okay, my first comment, God, this is so out of order and I don't know why. No, that's not it either. Which one was my first? It's all literally not in order. There's no time, like timestamp. I was literally watching Nora's stream and I was in the chat trying to listen to her doing this, taking screenshots because I didn't know if it disappeared later or not. And she blocked. I thought she blocked me immediately and she didn't. Alright, I think my first comment was, you can say whatever behind your keyboard. We know what's really going on. Keep it up. Like I said, if you people wouldn't keep posting bullshit, we wouldn't have anything to talk about. You're putting the target on your own back. I thought I said something before that. Okay. So, this is so confusing. Then all she did, she just did these little quips. She said, I thought I said something about, I may be missing my first comment. Okay, so then she says, sorry about that, guys, for no reason, question mark. And then I said, I feel like I'm missing stuff. Okay. I may have this out of order. I said, with every word, you tell us how you don't really care. You only want your opinion heard, which it isn't. And she said, then why are you here? And I said, this is ridiculous. She said, then why are you here? I think I said, here it is. I said, to do what cowards like you won't. Then she said, okay, thanks for your input. Have a nice day. I said, bye, hun. Thanks for the content. Then Melissa comes in, and this isn't the tag team, says, right charmer you are. No need to be so rude. And I said, she started it. Oh, I just lost it. I said, she started it. She has many aliases that she comments with, and I know them all now. You may not see her rudeness here, but she's doing it elsewhere. And I did, now, some of that I meant from the blogs and stuff. You may not see her rudeness here, but she's doing it elsewhere. And I don't think, I don't think Melissa came back after that. Alright, so then it goes to Voodoo Kitty. And it's the fact that she didn't... Okay, I think I said this in there before she got rid of me to somebody else. I said, you're ruining the credibility of Aftermath Foundation. You sit behind your keyboard as a never-end and tell victims how they should deal with trauma. You're disgusting. And that's when she said, okay, have a nice day. And then Voodoo Kitty comes in and says, I said something else to her. I said something that ended with, you're putting a target on your own back. Okay, so no, this is when, maybe she commented on this when I said, I said, if you wouldn't keep, the last comment, posting bullshit, we wouldn't have anything to talk about. You're putting a target on your own back. Voodoo Kitty says, oh, a threat? A threat, nice. I said, no threat, just reality, which she or you does not live in. She says, if that's your reality, I wish you luck. I said, thank you. My reality is I can see bullshit artists from a mile away. Then she said, you don't need to stand that far away from the mirror, love. Have a nice day. I said, at least I can use a mirror. I use my real account and pick and don't hide behind my keyboard and fake names like Stephanie. So we've been told she doesn't have aliases. I honestly don't believe that. She may not talk with them, but she's using them to lurk around. Then I said, make sure I got all of her stuff. Oh. Voodoo Kitty said something else to me, and I don't see it. So let's go back to Voodoo Kitty, which I thought at the time was an alias of hers. So I can use a mirror. She said, I'm not Stephanie. I said something about her being Stephanie. I can't find it. I'm not Stephanie. I wish I was, though. Believe it or not, there are many people out there that don't agree with the abuser, Aaron Smith-Levin, or the hatchet job the protesters are doing. But if it makes you feel better to believe it's only one person, knock yourself out. And I said, there's more of us than you. Sorry, you're irrelevant. And then I said, this is fun. Can we keep going? And that's when she blocked me. I hope I caught all of it. It's just, none of it's in order. You would think it would be in order. It's not. Buddha Kitty's at the top and in the bottom, and it was in order. So anyway, when she said the crap about Aaron, okay, let me go to the chat. Oh, you're fine. All right. So I'm going back, y'all. S. I was fuming. I saw another one that accused her of racial profiling. Pearl Snappy? Whatever. That's what they all, that's the, you know, thing they go to all the time. S. I responded. Good for you. George, there's the piece on Pearl Snappy on Steph's blog. Okay, the piece on Pearl Snappy is on her Twitter. Is that, I don't know if that's backwards for you guys. It's called Ultio, Ultio et Veritas. If I can put a link to it in the description later, I will. And they got themselves a power washer. They can buy a power washer. They can have a boombox. They can put frost on the doors, but they can't fix the door. Makes sense. And the blog, it's called When Nora Read It. I'm not going to give her the time. I'd rather you go to Nora and give her the time. I like to let creators either read a book, read an article, or whatever, so they get one interaction and not a bunch. So I don't know where it's at. It's the title of it is like she's the expert in cults and Scientology. Where the hell did she even come from? And I asked in the chat that day, yesterday, I was like, is she a psychiatrist or a doctor? George, I've heard a few people talk about it and couldn't find it when I looked. Yeah, unless she took it down, it's on Twitter. X. Under her freaking weird ass name. She talked about someone being from the NOI. Oh. So, it's true. It's not defamation if it's true. But she also talked about someone of color wearing a sombrero at their stupid event. Anybody can wear a sombrero, I guess. Sandy Lee. Darn, I fell asleep and missed the start of this. It was a weird start, so don't worry about that, because I had to go to the coffee shop, and I didn't want them to see me setting up, so I like come out the door holding my phone trying to put it on. So it was during Nora's stream about Stephanie's blog. I had a Twitter back and forth. If I can, I'll see how I can. I tried to start a Facebook for my channel and the link didn't work, and I'm a procrastinator. I haven't fixed it, so I could post things like this better than just on my communicator, because to screenshot it, it's like 15 screenshots. S. It all got twisted, typical Scientology style. Of course. Poet. You sent me an email? Alright, I'll check it out. S. We're talking about different things, but LOL, but there seems to be an attack about everything she's not. Yeah. As in being a artist, it's very on policy. Yeah. I think she's just like Mike Rinder. Either she really likes the power of being on the board and having a say from on high, or Mike Rinder is like, go, we're giving her stuff. But the fact that they've said nothing and not made her stop says volumes. We all know it. We are not Scientologists. Most of us are never-ends, not on, you know, the protest channels. And now there's like, what, 50 plus ex-member channels, and then there's TikToks. So it doesn't work anymore. They don't know how to handle it, just like Davey doesn't know it. They're all spinning their wheels because we all left them in the dirt and moved on. This evolved. It's not in the dark anymore. It's not, they lived in secret for 70 years and they could shape the narrative because there was no way to check. Now there is. I feel bad for her. She's obviously struggling with all the clapbacks, but she can't stop asking for it. If she just shut up. Nora agreed with me, and if you watch her stream, she actually put a lot of my comments up, which I thought was cool. Because I was saying stuff like, you know, if she would just be quiet, go away, we would have nothing to talk about. Just go away for a while. And when you come back, don't attack protesters. Oh, and I said, not on here, I don't think, this attack guy, the asshat on my community page that was attacking me and calling me and Nora a liar for saying Mitch said there's no children's yoga for 20 years and no hotels. Yeah, called him asshat. It's on my community page. I gave him the timestamps. I said, he said something about against protesters. And I said, no, I thought I said that on here. I think there's some replies missing. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know where I said it, but I said, oh, yeah, they are missing. Oh, there's 2 comments missing. My 2 first comments. I just remember them. My first 2 comments to Stephanie before that, the exchange, I totally forgot. It's not there. I said, he started it. This was my initial comment. He started it. He assaulted her with the sprayer. Then the rest of my comment was, you need to get your ass out there and protest your way and stop telling us how to do it. Then she said something, I think that was the why are you here, I don't remember. Or she said for no reason. And then I said, again, get your ass out there and protest before you tell everybody what to do. I drive 150 miles round trip 3 days a week to come protest. Don't remember how I ended it. And I just said something like, quit telling people what to do. Something like that. Yeah, I forgot about my initial comment. It was to get her ass out and protest. And I said it on Nora's stream too because I was doing it in real time. Hold on, guys. I'm turning. Okay. Oh. Hi, light pole. What's up? Yeah. Because that's my advice to her. Maybe she enjoys all the negative attention she attracts. Well, somebody said that in Nora's chat. They said that they just want attention, negative, positive, it doesn't matter. That's really bad, but the attack on Pearl at the moment is to call her an artist. Another guy says rapist, like a rapper. It's hilarious, but so typical because they will use what you stand up for against you. They project. The whole thing is a projection. The whole thing is exactly what they're doing. They're trying to call other people out on. And we can see it with our own eyes in real time. And they're not getting away with it. We're not going to let them get away with it. Thank you, Thomas, for putting the name of her Twitter on there. You guys can go. I hate giving her the views, but Twitter's weird. I don't know how to, replay it. Thomas, not for promotion, just to see for yourself. Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind at all. I don't mind people putting their channels and stuff in here. It's fine with me. That's how I got my subscribers. Because other creators let me put my channel in the chat, or they called me out to get me subscribers to start. So, got no problem with that. Sandy Lee, I was on Nora's stream and I knew you were doing it. I was blocked, so I could not join you. I remember, I think you said that. You were already blocked. Oh, and I think on my community tab when I was talking about it, I'm not sure. I said something to the effect of, I've been blocked. I'm official now. Because I said I was having fun. And I said, and I shouldn't have said I was having fun, because then they were like, oh, gone. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I've said something like that before a while back on Facebook, and they quit. And I needed them to keep talking. I shouldn't have said that it was fun. It was totally fun. It didn't bother me at all. You can come up to me and say, I think you're an effing bitch. As long as they're not really mean, like aggressive. If that's what they believe in their heart of hearts, I'd be like, okay, noted. Have a good day. I don't care. I was in the army when I was 17. I got thick skin. S, just to be clear, there is content circulating heavily edited portraying Pearl Snappy as an artist, and I said that wrong when I said rapist. That was for something different. As an artist, I'll send it to you because it gives an insight into their current strategy to handle her. Absolutely. Has she had any security guards? They've been gone for like a week. I think they decided it wasn't doing any good. Why were they paying for it? Just scrolled through our Twitter feed. The Pearl Snappy piece is gone. I think I was bringing it up on my channel. Well, here. Let's do this. Alright, so all she said, here it is. Okay, I'll read it to you. I will say it again. There is a wrong way to protest. I stand by that. This poor guy, he's a Scientologist, but he does not deserve to be treated like this. At the cult wash, yeah. That may be Pearl Snappy's video. Don't know why it says that. This one has all the words. Just be careful if your ears are sensitive. Oh, this isn't her. All the FN and MFN, S words and B words, not any C words, if I remember correctly. Okay, so that's all. And then there's a video. I don't know if you can see it. Can you guys see that at all? Can you guys see that? Okay. Okay, she's doing chalk. He's power washing. That looked like it might be Trish. I'm not sure. Alright. She's going back and doing her chalk. I think that's self-itself. Can you guys see this good? Because it's kind of glaring on me, so I'm hoping you can see it. So he's doing his power washing. I haven't actually watched this. Okay, I think Selfless is filming. It's longer than I expected. He's behind her. She's talking right in front of the door. What the heck is taking so long? So I think the video is courtesy of Self itself. I'll make sure that that's true. I'll give him the Kudos line. Hey, Princess Honey Badger. It's typical policy. We all know Pearl Snappy's anything but RS. But that's what they are going to use as a weapon to turn against her. It's typical policy for green task. Yeah, exactly. And they were talking to the security guards. I talked to Mr. Mark after I was off camera. And they were trying so hard to get charges on her, but they never did, which says she didn't do anything wrong. Because, you know, she's got it on camera, and why is this taking so long? Hold on. Oh, this is 18 minutes long. Holy crap. I think it's about to happen. think he got her. He was getting right up in front of her face. Oh, he's getting her now. He's getting her feet. That's somebody else yelling. Okay. Now, it's a bit aggressive. That's just not me. Pearl Snappy is Pearl Snappy. You know. But she knows. She knows. They haven't arrested her for a reason. She knows where that line is. I've learned everything I'm doing from her, so. I saw she had a tripod. I got a tripod. I saw she had a wagon. I got a wagon. And I'm like, ooh, that's a good idea. Hi, Diana. So. S. It's hard to stand up against this call and be a robot and give nothing away, but every piece of information they will analyze and try to turn against you. Hi, Diana. Wow, we had some heavy stuff to discuss today. But what I liked most was somebody, oh, we got some Texans coming down the street. Check out these boots. I went to Dallas one time for, in Mesquite, there's a rodeo like every Friday, and I took my Girl Scouts. And the outfits and the big hair, I thought I was on the set of Dallas, if you don't know what that show is. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that was cool. I've never had cowboy boots. My husband has. He's got a hat too. You gotta have a hat if you live in Texas. So, he got the other lady that was there really good, and the other lady was just standing there and was not doing anything but holding a sign. He was doing it on purpose. I know. I knew that. I didn't even have to watch it. Pro Snappy's not going to go up to somebody like that without a damn good reason. She knows. So you can tell I used to be in, I know exactly. Oh, S. I think you said that before. I'm glad you're here. We need you. We need people like you. Help us out. Because I'm a never end. I only learned what I learned through watching y'all. I even said that, it's getting over fast. I did a super chat from Nora because it was something Stephanie said, like against creators or something that I don't remember. They should get their information somewhere else. I don't remember exactly. But I said to her, this is why we watch ex-members like you to learn or to hear your stories and learn about this cult. Don't know if that was exact or not. I have a Swiss cheese memory. And I meant that. That's how I learned. I mean, I would have never known anything. And I don't think you really get it all if you just watch a documentary or a TV show. I get so much more from people spending 2 hours of their time on YouTube talking with us, telling us their story, telling us things they've been through, the hard shit. I get much more out of that. It's much more detailed, it's much more in your face, and it's more honest. Here, thanks us, here for us, here for you ladies. You also teach me. Thanks us, I appreciate that. Question, are the blinds down? Yes. Took them a little while. I'll turn around for a second. I had a lot to say today. I'm not normally on camera this much. Door's still broken though. They can hear everything. And the radio was on when I got here, and I'm like, when I get into my cadences, I'm going to be louder than that boombox. But that's why I'm kind of over here, too. I don't mind listening to their music. It's kind of catchy. But, yeah, they took forever to get these ones over here down. I think only one person was doing it. I told them blind tech failed. Major blind tech failed. All right, you guys want to keep talking, which I'm perfectly fine with. Tactics don't change. It's all policy. Pitzel agrees. We all agree. And that's what, like I said, they can't hide behind secrecy any longer. It's out. And you can't put the genie back in the bottle. Mike Renner can't put the genie back in the bottle by attacking everybody. We're not just going to wither away and disappear. And, oh, we can't handle being attacked by Stephanie and Mike Renner. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry. I have a very ugly moon face. I wish my chat wouldn't disappear, but I have a small chat, so when nobody's active, it disappears. And then if somebody then chats, sometimes it doesn't come back. Correct, policy doesn't change. And you know what? I don't want to say that. I was going to say something kind of mean because it's not true, because there's a lot of UX members that aren't. I was going to say a tiger can't change its stripes, but that's not true. There's a lot of you out there that have made amends, that have copped to the things that they did and have been honest about everything, and those are the people I watch. I don't watch network news anymore. It's not honest. We can't trust them. I pick creators that you know are giving you all of the information. They tell you when it's speculation or they're guessing. They don't say it is, God's honest truth. And they tell you their story when necessary. Aaron had to come out with a lot of personal stuff because they were using that stuff against him to try to keep him quiet. And it worked for a little while until he's like, you know what? F this. He put it all out there, then there's nothing they got to say. There's nothing secret anymore. S says 100. I love your army tech. Thanks, Sandy. I got a cadence ready to go. I was like, what can I do? I can't sing. I used to have a beautiful voice. I'm not tooting my own horn. There's a reason I'm saying it. I was the high soprano in choir in middle school. We actually went to a competition at Ohio State University, and it was middle schools and high schools. We actually beat out our high school from our town. Got a medal. Well, they've never taken my tonsils out. I don't know why. They're permanently huge with holes in them. And so all through the years, I've had so many throat and ear infections, it has ruined my voice. But I love calling cadence because you don't have to sound that good. Although, when I was in basic training in '86, we had a drill sergeant that we loved when he did cadence. He sung cadence. And then the other guy was from New York. I can't do a New York accent. And the only cadence he could do, and I'm going to do it just like he did, so if you got earbuds on, be careful. He said he would be, let's see if I can remember it, it's been 37, 8 something years. This is the only cadence he would do. Let me see that. The yellow bird with the yellow beak sitting on a windowsill. I don't know. It was really like the yellow bird with the New York accent. It was something about a pie and he died. Something like that. I was born in the UK but left at 15. This resurgence of worldwide protests has given me some hope. Me too. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would be an activist. And people ask me why I'm here. They're like, are you a Christian? I'm like, yeah. Are you here because of that? No. I believe in freedom of religion. I don't care what other churches do. I don't care what they believe in until you become abusive to your members and you don't let them leave and you abuse kids and you abuse the elderly. Kids cannot consent. They should not be in the Sea Org under the age of 18. It's slave labor, pulling them out of school, working them 110 hours a week for $47 a week. These guys. Did they try to get your money? Oh. I guess they didn't do anything in there. Oh, some S? You were homeless at 15, but now have a 93K job. You know, I was homeless for 2 weeks once. Before my husband and I got married. I had to leave the apartment I had with somebody else, and I didn't come home ever again. So I lived in my car for a couple of weeks until I was able to get my own apartment by myself. But that's amazing. But yeah, my mom was like not there. My grandmother did everything for me, and I moved out so they did basic training if you were in the reserves or the National Guard. You weren't active duty, so when you got done with training, you were going to go just 1 week in a month. They had a special program called, oh my god, I forgot what it's called, split option. You could take your basic training between your junior and senior year in the summer. Then your senior year, you go to your weekend drills, get paid for it, but you haven't been to your school yet for your job. But you're in a slot. They know you're in that job. Then when you graduate, you go to your AIT. So I got to go to both of my trainings in the summer instead of it going into. So anyway, when I came back from basic training, I was a different person. I wasn't into the high school crap anymore. I ended up just working, but I was in ROTC and did a lot of extracurricular stuff. But that year, I practically lived in my car. I had a cooler with food in it and extra clothes because between school, my extracurricular, and my job, sometimes I couldn't go home. S. My family are disconnected, but you have to survive, ironically, like the SRD. I don't know what SRD is. But I'm glad that I feel bad for you about the disconnection. Yeah, Lisa, sorry to hear that. Have you had the chance to connect with other UK second gen? That's a good question. I like to see when the second and third gens get together, or just X, and get together and really support each other. That's why I got so angry about Stephanie calling out Jenna Miscavige in her middle finger. And I said in more than one chat who was talking about it, I said, what I saw it as a never-in and not a survivor of much. My mom was just verbally abusive and not there. I can live with that compared to what other people have gone through. But I saw somebody healing. I saw somebody who was locked up probably in that very building at one time. And don't quote me on that, I don't know that for sure. But it was, their biggest base, and she was allowed to stand in front of their cameras and put that middle finger up. And for her to diss Jenna about that was crass. That woman has no class, no dignity, and no credibility. No, I don't think there are many in the UK. Any connections? Grateful. Yeah, if anybody knows, let her know. Well, I'm at 139, y'all, and I haven't done this cadence yet. Do you mind if I get started? I don't mind talking. It's going to be here always. I can do it next time. I may not be able to get through the whole thing. It's long. And what it ended up being, I wanted it, contact Apostle Alex. He is ex-Scientology, but is very active, so may know people. Lisa. Yeah, he might know some other people. I've never actually, because I only have so many time for so many channels. I've never actually watched Alex. He's doing something different over in the UK. So I'm watching more, the American-based creators. I watched Stephanie's show on the way here, and the soft SWAT that DOA got. That was hilarious and awesome. If you guys haven't watched Natalie's show, the problem with I go and I give DOA some time, but he does 4 and 5 hour streams. I can't even watch that on 2 times speed and catch things that happen. But I know it looks like he does try to edit and make shorter videos of when things happen. But watch Natalie's show this morning. That was hilarious. All right. Okay. Now, I may not get through. So anyway, I was getting at my Cadence. I wanted it to be fun. I wanted it to be witty. My problem is I don't know enough Scientology terms and abbreviations and things like that to do that. So I've got to get back with Oh No Nora and Laura FM. I had messaged them on Insta and asked them if they would help me work on it. And then I emailed, but I didn't go back and tell them I emailed. And they probably get a buttload of emails, so I'm sure they missed it. I need to go in. I gave them each a different one. And I don't even care if they give me the whole thing, because I wrote it out and I gave them the link to the actual... I had a motorcycle, never sounded like that. I wanted to bring up, I could not find a good video of this particular cadence. It's really easy. YouTube. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Liz Gale. Oh, Liz. I've decided to block AF board member Stephanie on all forms of social media. Y'all can stand down and stop sending me screenshots of her still continuing to throw hate my way, threatening to release recording of our call. I don't feel I need to make my case anymore to this community and how ridiculous this is, or explain why. I already have, and you've heard me, thank you. I refuse to give this person one more minute of my precious time, but mark my words, the bigger I get, the better I do, the more crap I'll get. It's physics. Haha. True, you were like, yeah, I'm sorry that she was going through that. Alright. Dang it. So it's called They Say That in the Army, or it's also called I Want to Go Home. And the Navy took it, said they say that in the Navy, but there's only one really good. Oh, they did it. Has anybody seen Monster Hunter with what's her? Oh, down there's her. They do it. They do it in that movie. Okay, this guy is the best one right here. I'm gonna play it for you. He did a little bit of weird stuff. Hold on, he did some stuff at the beginning I'm not doing. There it is. Alright. This is the original, and he didn't do a very good job. They said things that you don't normally say in this, and people got confused. But I just want you to get the rhythm. Lisa Love, Miss Kim, what are you referring to? The work that you did? I don't know. What are you referring to? Sometimes I don't remember what I said. George S. Where in UK? I was born in East London, came to the US when I was 25. That's cool. I had always wanted to go to England. I watched so much British TV. I feel like I lived there. Alright, I'm going to play this real quick. There's no video, it's just sound. There's my mic. Let me know if you can't hear it very well. Bring it on down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Did you hear that okay? It's windy. That you sent to... Oh, okay. So I picked like 3 cadences that I like to change the words to fit Scientology. But I don't know the lingo, I don't know the words. So I messaged Laura and Nora because they're good with words and songs and things. As a matter of fact, Nora said abso-effing-lutely when I asked her if she'd help me with it. So I wrote it all, typed it all out. Then I sent a link to the YouTube video so you could hear it, and just asked them to come up with some more. They didn't have to come up with the whole thing, just, you know, pieces if they could. And I wrote out, like, if there was a line I had already changed, I put that in there. So, and that was like a long while back. It's my procrastination that I didn't go back and say, hey, I sent the email. I'm sure it got lost in the shuffle. Oh, it brings back memories of boot camp. Army. So then you know what I'm doing. Could you guys hear it? I'm about to play the first part. I don't really want to say where I am, as I'm still trying to speak to my family and make amends. So I have to be really careful, as my mom is old now. Pitzel. No, not really. Yeah. So I'm gonna play it. I'm assuming y'all heard it okay, or you tell me.
They say that in the army the job was mighty fun. They say that in the army the job was mighty fun. A chicken jumped off the table and killed a friend of mine. I believe it. Chicken off the table and killed a friend of mine. Oh Lord, I wanna go. Oh Lord, I wanna go. CO won't let me go. CO won't let me go.
Oh, I know. We were actually in Navy Junior ROTC in high school, and I don't know why we didn't go in the Navy. I made my son go in the Navy. I told him, Navy, Coast Guard, or Air Force, you're not going in the Army. You're not going to sleep on the ground. Plus, I don't even want to go into it. What it was is our commander, he was retired Navy. At the time in '86, when I joined, they had the best college money. It wasn't great. All it was a loan repayment. I didn't even know how to get a loan. Anyway, so we went in the Army Reserves. Didn't know we could transfer. After 2 years being in the Army Reserves, my husband, right before we got married, he went active duty because he just couldn't find a dang job. And except part-time stupid crap. So he's like, you know what, we can never get married if he doesn't do better. And when he went in, it was for career. But at 10 years, I wanted him to get out. I missed home. Because we were stuck here for 17 of those 21 years. So my son spent a term in the Navy. He got out in 2012. He wanted to go, he was going to do not the SEALs, the ones that support the SEALs, and he could pass the physical they wanted, which was harsher to get in, but they had to come from Dallas or something to test him, and the guy would never show up. So he had to pick a different job, which he was very upset about. Please don't pay Scientology any money, as good luck with everything and reaching out behind the scenes. I am living in East London, though finally enough. I'm the same way about being vague. On all of my social media, if it says where are you from, I put Fort Hood /Cavazos. They just changed the name. I'm in the area of the base. I'm not going to say where. But I've done that way before I knew about Scientology. All right, let me get it out now. Ugh. All right, so we may not get through it all, but the way I wrote it, it's like a story. Each verse is telling part of the story. Oh, neat, George. That's cool. Now I'm not going to be looking at the chat as much. It's called Special Worker. That's it. And they actually asked new recruits the first week of boot if they want to try out for that. I don't know what happened when he went to boot. So, they wanted to make it a career, but they did a drawdown. And they weren't letting people re-up. Okay, so I'm nervous as heck. I haven't done this for 37 years. Alright. Alright. Say that in the Sea Org where long hours reign, they are paid a pittance for their endless strain, sacrificing all for the church's sake. They don't understand, their freedom they forsake. Oh Lord, I wanna go, but they won't let me go. Sciento is lame, their PIs roam free, digging through our trash for what they can see. Following our squirrels, attacking poor streets. They use Patrick Perry or any other creep. Oh Lord, I wanna go, but they won't let me leave Sciento. Ex-members on YouTube, their tales do unfold, sharing their stories, their pixels so bold. From Sea Org escapes to RPF dread, they expose the church corruption with words they have said. Oh Lord, I wanna go, but Davy won't let me go. In Big Blue's halls with all their fake news, little Captain Davy and his made-up crews, with his fake space navy sailing away. He is just so tiny, behind his back they say, hey Dave, I wanna leave, but they won't let me leave Sciento. In the church's lore, where secrets do thrive, OT levels wait, where few pay to dive. Xenu's tale unfolds, in whispers they tell, the truth is so much stranger than anything they sell. Xenu, I wanna go, but they won't let me go to Target 2. Xenu's trek and his deeds, they really do tout. Satan's in prison in a cosmic bout. Galactic ruler with a sinister plan. We'll see through the tale with skeptic scan. AA Ron, I wanna go, but they won't let me go. In the realm of fiction, Hubbard takes the stage, crafting his bars with each and every page. Policies in hand, he spun us his tale, but we see through his lies, he should have gone to jail. Oh Lord, I wanna leave, but they won't let me leave Sciento. In his big blue tower, Miscavige reigns supreme, dictator-like control, his anger extreme. IRS gives him rule, no one is free. We'll take his ass to court till justice we see. Oh Mom, I wanna go, but Davy won't let me come home. With the church's blessing, Masterson stood tall. Covered in darkness, he harmed them all. The Jane Doe stood up to the church's shame. Justice prevailed, he faced the blame. Oh Lord, he had to go because he was a total. In a court of law, Danny faced the stand, charged with his crime by justice's hand. Guilty verdict rendered, his face was sealed tight. Now he pays the price, and that's only right. Oh great, he's in the jail. We're glad he's in the jail. All of us who hope the church's reign declines, we all unite with so many signs. Protesters march on against the church's way. Squirrel Squad is here to start a brand new day. Oh boy, the squirrels are here. We're glad the squirrels are here. Oh. AA, Ron, and Nora leading the way, with Liz Reese and Natalie creators, survivors, voices so clear, their courage shines bright, dispelling the fear. Oh Lord, I want to leave, they might help me leave. Oh, they stand against oppression with hearts so bold. Their stories were hidden, now they've been told. With each step they've taken, a path was paved. Towards the end of Scientology they have braved. Oh Lord, I want to leave, I might get to leave for home. Truth prevails at last as lies come undone. As the church's grip weakens, its power on the run. No more corruption, no more deceit. The end of Scientology, a victory so sweet. Oh Mom, they wanna leave. I watched them all leave for home. There you go. I think I was louder than radio. Thanks. Well, my problem is trying to make it funny and witty with Sciento terms and abbreviations and things. And that's what I want to do. I wanted to make it more fun, a little bit more. Thank you. I don't have another one yet. That's my only one. All right, where are we? Okay. Okay, guys. Are you okay? You're just busy. Brian. So he was a victim of preform to serve. A lot of good sailors got kicked to the curb because of program. Luckily, my job. Luckily my job. I'm not reading this right. A lot of good sailors got kicked to the curb because of program. Luckily, my job was exempt from that. My waistline and skinny neck is what got me booted out. I gotta tell you a story about my husband when he entered the army. He was too small. Right, with stuff, real things. And a banana. Thanks. Thanks, S. K. Adami. Hi from South Africa. Love your song. Thanks. Thanks, Lisa. It's actually an army cadence. Usually you sing a line, the cadence caller sings the line, and then the group repeats it. You don't sing it all the way through, so you usually get a breath. I didn't. If I had somebody else here, I'd have them do it with me, the way it's supposed to be done. But yeah, that was fun. I haven't done that in 37 years. Told you I could be loud. I just can't. Oh my God, somebody's smoking. Oh. I appreciate it. This guy's smoking, it's gonna kill me. That went faster than I thought. Writing it took so much longer. My lipstick is weird. Thanks, S. I can do better. With Nora and Laura helping me out with, good words. There's one I sent, I don't know who I sent it to. It literally just has a word. Here we go. All the way. Every day. And I just need things that rhyme. It doesn't even have to make all that much sense. Lisa. Suggestion. Singing one of those stanzas at a time would be great as a protest chant. Message of the day. Repeated over and over. They will not forget it. Very good idea. Well, I do have other verses that might be a little more geared to them inside. There's a little bit about RPF, sec checks, and then there's also, I tried to do some about SPTV Foundation that was very hard to work into a verse. So I have like many more pages of those that didn't work out, or I just last night, I had a lot of it already, but last night I went online and got some ideas, and I narrowed it down. Yeah, Brian. Writing. I was up. I got into it last night. I started about 10, and I was done about 6:30 this morning. But my husband gets home at 7. I knew the dogs would freak out, so I didn't go to sleep right away. And I'm like, okay, I can leave by this time. I can get up at this time. I was supposed to get up at 10:30. I got up at 11:30. I went to sleep at 8:30. So that's why I was a little bit late. Traffic was okay. And then my pit stop I usually take, the first place, their bathroom wasn't working. So I had to come down here. So that's why the beginning of this looks so weird, because I was right next door and I didn't want to come out and start and let them see me. So I kind of snuck out the door.
I went to a bar, came to taxi, buy a bunch of drinks.
Yeah, I'm like that. I painted a picture when I was pregnant with my daughter. She's 31 now. And I had the book. I bought that because where I worked, it was a hardware store. It had a craft section. And I just saw stuff there every day, and I would do different things. And that's how I got a craft business and a craft room now. I don't really do anything with it right now. Anyway, I painted all night this picture from the book. It was beautiful. My boss offered me $60 for it in 1992. And I was like, no, this is my first, and ended up being my only picture. So we had a framing section. I framed it really cool. I gave it to my daughter because I was pregnant with her when I did it, and I feel like I got possessed because I went and tried to do the second picture in the book. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. I've never painted a picture since. Yes. Anyone standing? Oh, yes. Oh, you're more than welcome. Yes, more than welcome. That's what I was getting at with, my ailments and crap. I didn't kind of go all the way through it. I have the time. I did the deep dive. What I always get at, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard this before, things happen for a reason. I was bedridden for a reason. Else I would have never known anything about Aaron, Scientology, SPTV, none of that. I probably wouldn't know any of it. So being bedridden gave me the opportunity to deep dive for a year and a half. And then, lo and behold, they're like, oh, hey, we've got this new pain simulator that might work for you. Let's do it. And I usually don't like invasive things, but I was so bad that I was like, please do something. It healed in January, and they opened in February. Things happen for me. It's always been so private, but you've never been in, and you're still standing up for me. It's okay. That's what brought me here, is the stories, the kids. I've always had something to do with kids. I always wanted to be a school teacher, that's why I am the way I am. But being an Army wife, I just never got. I even had an ROTC academic scholarship, but I didn't know about student loans and stuff. Nobody told me. So I'm like, well, how am I going to work and pay for my room and board, because it was a small college in the middle of nowhere, and it was a 2.5-hour commute if I went to home. I had to give it up. I was so mad. Just got done protesting in Portland with Risa's day off. That's awesome. I'll go back and watch it on replay. That's really, really awesome. I'm really hoping that we have a travel trailer. And it was our first, we had a little tiny one. Yeah. Oh. I hate that. It hurts me to do that. I just lost my train of thought, y'all. You know what? You were right about, just doing one. And there are actually more simpler cadences than even that one.
So they make those like really high quality.
See if any of them can stand alone. Just, I can yell out every once in a while. The first one actually is pretty good. They say that in the Sea Org, where long hours reign, they are paid a pittance for further endless strain, sacrificing all for the church's sake. They don't understand their freedom, they forsake. That's a good one. By itself. I'll see about, you know what, before my next live, that was a really good idea. I'm going to go through the stuff I already wrote and see about pulling out just a verse here and there instead of trying to make, you know, a whole long one like I did. It just worked out. I pulled those from all different notes and put it in some semblance of order and ended up being like a story, which I like. And that's what I love. I love basic training. I did. I knew what to expect because I was in ROTC since I was 14. I joined on my 17th birthday. Then I went in June, and I knew to keep my mouth shut and do what I was told, and not to volunteer. All the girls that were volunteering were all the ones getting in trouble. The 6th week of 8 weeks of basic training, you have more than one drill sergeant. You have a little group, like 3, and you have the bigger ones over like 4 or 5 platoons. And then you might have 3 because they have to stand guard at night and they have to change off. So, what was I getting at? Oh, 6 weeks of 8 training. We were doing something with our rifles, and I walked up to ask my drill sergeant a question. I go, "Drill sergeant, can you help me?" And he goes, "Private, are you in my platoon?" I was 5'2". My last name started with W. I was clear in the back all the time because they always did it by alphabetical order. I was the last one to get my tray though. I had to learn it fast with 2 hands. Oh, Poet, you mentioned being skinny. So my husband, he joined the year after me because even though we were supposed to graduate at the same time, he got held back like way back in like 6th grade. And so he joined, when I was in AIT, he was in basic training. To pass the physical and MEPS and the weight, he was underweight. I think you had to be 117 and he was 115 or 16. So his drill sergeant made him eat a whole bunch of bananas and drink a half a gallon of milk right before the weigh-in. And luckily he didn't have I think maybe he did that on purpose. He was a fueler, so he always had some sort of vehicle, because if he had to walk around with that 70-pound pack on, which he did from time, it did end up messing up his back. And he's gained weight, but like you haven't seen my whole outfit. My old BDU pants, when I was done, he took them because we were about the same size at the time. So I bought these, and when they came, I didn't put them on until yesterday, and then I washed them last night. They're exactly like what I wore in the 80s. And I actually had an emotional reaction when I put them on last night. Grateful for you jumping in and receiving us. Cool. Anyway, I don't have the combat boots. Oh, and I've got fabric paint. I'm going to write Xenu's Army on my shirt. This would work better in vertical, but... I do have motorcycle boots. They're a little big. So I'm all decked out. This is one we already own. And these were Amazon. So it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna get, now that I like them, they're oh, you didn't get to see, they're freaking huge. To get it to fit my waist. 8 inches on each side. But that's kind of the way you kind of wear them. In the bottom, there's a tie that closes up around the ankle, so you can blouse out your pants above your boots. But we never used that. They wanted us to tuck our pants in our boots and blouse. They will hate that, Miss Kim. Xenu's Army. Yes. plan in yellow. I bought white and yellow, but I think yellow will look better. And I'm not gonna try to have anything made. I'm just gonna try to do it really well and not mess it up. I do have, my signs, I'm gonna start working on. My husband hasn't gotten to the base yet. You know, he doesn't have a lot of off time because when you work at night, you can't sleep 6 or 7 hours and get up. Or when he comes home, you know, he's wired, but he's too tired to do anything, so he's up till like 9 in the morning, he sleeps till 8. I only have him one day a week on Wednesday. Well, he spent the weekend helping me, like, clean up the house and stuff, because it's hard for me to do a lot of things. Like, I can't sweep and mop the same day. It hurts my back. I'm about to try to hire somebody. We have kids get off buses right by our house, middle school and high school. I'm going to put a sign out for somebody to help light cleaning, like dusting and sweeping. I do my own toilet. I want to know that it's clean. I'm a germaphobe, by the way. Total germaphobe. So my house may be messy, but I guarantee you everything's sanitized, the doorknobs are done, all that stuff. During COVID, I was already isolated. I just stayed home because I have an autoimmune disease. But yeah, that's the point. I want to, because, you know, I'm learning from the others. I'm learning from DOA with his costumes and having something that creates interest. You know, Pearl Snappy, she has her thing, the bullhorn, things like that. The squirrels, wearing a squirrel outfit. Right away, when I first came out, I looked on Amazon for a squirrel costume. It was about $64. There are 2 reasons I didn't get it. One, I didn't want to steal at the time. It hadn't branched out much. Squirrel Squad was still the only ones really doing the squirrel stuff. And I didn't want to this was way back in like February. And I was like, I don't want to take their thing. And it was going to be too hot in Texas. A full squirrel costume, I would die. Although I might lose weight. Is everybody still here? Oh, it went over 2 hours. What time is it? On Saturday, it doesn't matter like what time I leave, but on weekdays, man, I got to be out on the road before 5. I wish I could come earlier, but I move so slow in the morning that no matter when I get up, I really don't start getting ready till 9:30, 10. Takes me a while. Just like when I unload the dishwasher, it takes me all day. Now I'm better, but I don't want to bend a lot if I can help it. I can still feel it and it's still injured, so I still try to be careful. And that works. We do light loads. I saw that commercial that says we do it every night. So you can do small loads instead of waiting for it to be full and then not being able to fit all the dishes. So I'm like, if it's halfway full, I'll run it because it's easier on me to unload. Because we were still on a different schedule. He was still awake at night and I was still awake during the day. So while I was asleep, he went and swept the whole house. He did all the laundry. We have a lot of blankets and comforters because the dogs sleep on our bed. So we wash our comforter every week. We change out the blankets that they lay on the bed because I can't stand dog smell and dog hair. We're always washing blankets. I get fleece, it's real cheap. Oh, yeah, that was loud. So have I gotten everybody's comments? Because I worry sometimes that I miss them. If that happens, just repeat or tell me to pay attention. Like I said, you can't hurt my feelings. What am I gonna get at? And I especially like constructive criticism. I've gotten a lot of ideas from you guys. Way back early, somebody told me the titles of my videos weren't working. They needed to have Sciento in it or Scientology. And I was just trying to be cute. I was like, hey, this happened. Let's have a chat or whatever. And as soon as I did that, I started getting more views. So I'm still learning this crap. It's tight. See why I have this on? And so I felt good, kind of. Yeah, I can't remember which live stream. I think it was the members only. Nora did a members only, and she just had her phone, and she didn't have anywhere to put it, and she was like leaning it up against something. And then her wife came in and brought her a bracket, and she's messing. I'm like, oh, I feel so good. Even the, channels that have been doing this a while, had technical difficulties. Every new thing I usually try, thank God this worked out. Every new thing I've tried has been an epic fail. So, hey, is the wind bothering you? Because I can turn. Oh my goodness. That's the thing about summertime is we get a lot more transient people here. Paradology, I need your email again. It keeps getting returned. I have more than one email. Because when I check Gmail, I just check all the inboxes. So I wouldn't know really if my email wasn't getting emailed. So try this one. I created this one to go with the website that I bought that I've done nothing with. It's SPTV Networks with an S at Gmail. I'm pretty sure that one works. Or you give me your email. Put it in one of the comments. I'll look for it. Either my last video or this one after it ends. I'll email you. You can message me on Twitter. It's Army Wife in Texas. I created that years ago. Because even though he's retired, I consider myself retired. I say I'm retired Army wife because I was there for every minute of it. Hold on. I'm going to turn it around. Y'all have been looking at me too much. Let's see what's going on over there. So people said they want to know where I'm at when they show up. I could do the cadence again before I leave. Now I feel good about it. Oh. Yeah, this guy over here. Oh, and the last time I was here, was that Thursday? I learned I was too nice. When people came up and tried to take time on my stream, I don't mind giving them a few minutes. But that was ridiculous. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm gonna get rid of them. I'll give them a couple of minutes, and if they can't wrap that up, they're gonna have to go. I need your email. Okay, you said that. Pearl Snappies. Agreed to what? Ow. Oh, I got a cramp in my side. Why did I get that? Somebody said when they were walking by that just that sign out front of a building, especially when you don't know anything about it, free personality test, he thought it was creepy. Because he's like, who does that? They obviously want something from you. Right? Right. I think it's gonna rain. Let me check the weather.
Alright, don't go in there.
Let's see. It's looked like this all day. It can look like this all day and nothing happens. I don't have weather. Let's see. Weather in Austin. Today. 82 degrees, cloudy. Where's hourly? Yeah, there's hourly. Don't say anything about rain. Just overcast. Saturday. Well, then there it says rain there. I don't care. I got my husband's rain jacket. I gotta disconnect this from my data. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Okay. Who's still with me after 2 hours and 20 minutes? Only just me. So, Pearl Snappy. Not liking that name. If you get rude in here, you're gone. So I thought that girl didn't have a shirt on. Agreed. You should be like Pearl and scream at them at the top of your lungs, even if they're abuse victims who are themselves trapped by the sick call. Be as mean-spirited as possible. I'm not like that, just me. My people know that. Everybody's different. I'm not confrontational. What I do is I stand out here. If you'd heard me earlier, I did do a cadence very loud. But I'm here to educate. I'm here to let everybody know what this place is, what they do, and spread the word. And hopefully the people inside will hear. I'm always yelling the foundation, website, and yeah. Oh, Heritology was good at that. I'm glad I moved away from you the other day. Oh, there's a bee again. This bee is my friend. He's always here. So, everybody has their thing. Pearl Snappy has, I call it the Pearl Snappy Show. And I've learned a lot from her. My setup and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I think we have different protest strategies here at the same place. SPTV Foundation.org. You need to retire. He's wearing one of them t-shirts. I wonder if they're going to try to put out a... There's no way they could put a table out today with the wind. Oh, the wind's making the door open. I think I should... SPTVFoundation.org. You know what? I'm here. What time is it? I've seen a lot of people go in that I haven't seen earlier, and they're wearing those red t-shirts. I wonder if they're... Oh, God. Hold on. The wind got my tripod. Holy crap. I've never had that happen. We're going to make sandbags for my sign. I think I already need them. I'm going to have to hang on to this. Whoa. Sorry about that, guys. Hope you're not sick. The wind just tried to push it all the way over. Okay. We can complement each other when we work together. Exactly. And I tried, you know me, I'm a talker, and you were helping try to answer that question. I had to remember, you're not here by yourself. Let him talk. You were just as on point as anybody. Very entertaining. She sells a lot of t-shirts, class act all the way, lots of music. David John Riverton McDonough. Hi, everyone. That's long. But I like it. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm getting towards the end of mine, but if I still feel good, I'll stay. I don't, you know, people pop in. My analytics tell me, you know, people pop in and out throughout the whole stream, and that's the exact same thing that I do. Now, there are streams that I try to watch a lot of, because there's something going on. I wish I could watch more of DOA's, but he does them, like, long. So, I hope so when he clips them shorter, then I'm all in. So, or I watch her clips on Natalie's show. I'm moving this back a little. Hang on. I like to warn you, so if you get motion sickness like me, you can look away. There we go. I want to move it closer. I don't like things being out of my reach because there's too many people. I've already had my cane stolen when I wasn't looking. Yeah, Pedestrians. Me too. There's just so many. I miss so much stuff. Like I said, I was gonna get rid of Hulu. I haven't yet. I started watching The Rookie from episode 1. I love. I just drew blank on Fillian's first name. Nathan, right? Nathan Fillion, I think. He was originally on Firefly, which I love that show. They canceled it after one season. So till I get done watching that, then I'm getting rid of Hulu because I'd rather put my money to memberships and super chats and stuff like that. I need to get some t-shirts though. I want the Never End one from Natalie to wear. I want one with just the SPTV logo on it. I can wear. So, yeah, we all do. And that's why, oh, you know, who was I watching? Natalie. She was talking about when Mitch and Nora did their stream together to hash things out. And, you know, I said early in my stream that I give Mitch some points for doing that. It's hard to do that, you know, and especially on a live stream and in public. So that's something that this community has. It just showed what this community has, that it's a good community. Everyone does try to respect each other as much as possible. There are some people that kind of don't deserve it sometimes. But then we try to, you know, work it out later. It may not have been worked out completely, but yeah, I didn't get to see the whole thing. I came in halfway, which after like the tense part, I'm like, I'm good with that. I don't need to go watch the tense part. Natalie had a couple clips on that, but I saw the end. And then I watched her after, when people were asking her about it and stuff. But at least I don't know if he straight up retracted what he said about the children and the hotel. But I think he at least walked it back a little. Liz had a hard time. Yeah, it looked like that. LOL. Some people say lol. Are you supposed to do that? Because I think it sounds weird. I like LOL better. We know what it means. Yeah, she did, Miranda. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, she did what they asked her to. And I think that was good because I think it could have devolved. Oh, look, he's going to turn it off. Oh, that's the guy. Oh, I like him. He comes by all the time. He must live in the neighborhood. And he'll come and talk, and he knows, he's like, I know all about Scientology. And yeah, she did do great. I couldn't have done that. It would have stressed me out. So I thought she did, you know, it was just, I mean, nobody's a professional here. Nobody's a professional moderator. Nobody's a professional anchor on a network. We're all just doing our best. Hip hip 2 packs today. Door tech fail, I know, right? From what I remember, it was Mitch's idea. Really? Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, I think it was worth it. Like I said, that's what I like about this community is we don't try to keep things secret. We don't try to push things down or push stories down or people's opinions down. I don't know how to word that correctly, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. This gal rock slamming the mute button parody. I'm a professional smart ass. I can tell. You're good at it. That's why. Have you gone live yet, or are you just still doing videos? I haven't looked lately. Oh, where? No, they're wearing blue, not black. And they didn't have the right name tag on. Unless it's a different church. I guess it could work blue. Oh, they want your money. What? Say that again.
You going just to see that?
Going in to see? Nah.
Oh,
If you're not gonna let them,
yeah.
you know, finagle you into joining or paying them a bunch of money, you'll be fine.
Like, that's like a joke scare.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah, no, it's not gonna hurt nothing. I like it when they go in and tell. They'll give you a personality test and tell you your life is effed up and that they're the only ones that can help you, and buy this book. They're not gonna do nothing. They're not gonna do nothing. They're not gonna Shanghai you and send you to Russia. Don't give real names. I thought the missionaries wore black. Weird to see them in blue. I've seen them. And I thought when it got warm they didn't wear jackets. Perry tells you. I just put a new video out today. Clever Squirrel and I recorded. Oh, awesome. I think most of them are smart enough to not give them their real stuff. They're at least in college, so they've got a little bit of smarts maybe. Oh, they're already back out. That sounds fun. I'll watch it. I might listen to it on the way home. Just depends on what state they're in. The mission president has a lot to say and stuff like that. Yeah, that's true. Probably isn't warm enough yet. But they will come June. Oh, I don't know if anybody were on my stream, but I think it was when... Actually, I think it was when Dan was here. Because I know I was off to the side and there was other people here, and a girl stopped with a case of Bud Light in her hand. I think that's what she had, and talked to me for a while. Well, she messaged me. She said something about possibly getting some students together to come over here and help. I said that'd be awesome, and gave her my email. I think she did email me. I forgot to check. I just found this. I was just going through my comments last night, and I am horrible about checking emails because I've never done anything in my life that I needed to check email every day. It's never been something that I'm used to doing. Let's see. I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, I really want to do a cadence that Miranda. Probably. Like I said, icons up. I get a bunch of them sometimes and I'm doing something. Clear it and forget to go check. I'm really bad. My voicemail used to say, until I changed it to my business name, because if a telemarketer calls and a business answers, they have to take you off their list. My husband gets calls all the time and I don't. And I said, tell him, just change it, make up a name. But it used to say something like, I suck at checking messages, so if you don't hear from me right away, you might want to try back. So I will go check. Sorry about that. I am sorry though. I'm just really, really bad at it. Thanks, Miranda. What? Well, I don't talk about it much, but I am Mormon actually. So I've heard a lot of stuff about it, and I honestly don't understand it. Unless there's stakes or congregations in some small town doing things they shouldn't be doing, then it's the offshoots. So, like, back in 1890, when they outlawed polygamy, we had an offshoot. I don't know what they're called. Because my husband came home, wanted another wife, I'd kick him in the you-know-what. Then they got the FLDS. Then you got the revisionist LDS in either Nauvoo, Illinois, and then something else in Kirtland, Ohio. All places where they would go and then leave again, and people didn't want to go, and they started an offshoot. And they're the one, Jeffries, the one marrying 12-year-olds, that's not us. The ones having multiple wives, that's not us. And it's been great for our family, and you can see what kind of person I am. I wouldn't be in something that is weird, that is trying to teach me things they shouldn't. I'm a devout Christian, and we are Christian, and everything we do is about Jesus, it's about community, it's about helping others, it's about service. And all I've ever been taught is to have love for everybody. So we're out here in a military town in Texas. We're in all countries, 16 million members. So I don't know, I haven't really watched any people talking about their experiences in there, because I'm like, when my kids didn't want to go to church anymore, they just quit going. Parody tells you I don't use email since I retired. So, because of my health, I haven't been as active as I want. I joined when I was 27. We converted. My husband took 4 more years. By the time he joined, everybody was surprised because they thought he was a member. Oh, there's Angry Ginger. You better keep your TRs in. Did you get some correction training? So he came out from between the building. Is there a door there? Is that why they're escaping us? I really need to set up at this corner, because did you hear that Aaron said that they've been told to take their Sea Org pins off because they don't want people to know. This is my opinion. Sea Org people know that Sea Org had to come down here because they didn't have enough staff to come here. Anyway, if I set up behind me at the corner, that's where they come from. Because if you don't already know, if you go down there, it's like 2 blocks before you can cross over. And you can only walk. It's not a street. Because I come up that way and then down this way. Right behind me is a corner back to their parking garage. And probably there's apartments back there and stuff. That may be where they live too. Especially the Sea Org. They probably got them all 3 bunks high, 8 to a room. Like they are in Chicago. But even when I worked, I wasn't somebody that needed to check email all the time. I just did my stuff. So I'm really, really, really horrible at it. I've missed a lot of things because I didn't check my email. But I'm getting better. I'm getting better with the Gmails, because that's the Gmail, and it's easy because you can go in, I have more than one, and just hit all inboxes and see what's happening. But I missed somebody's text. It was Golden Era. She lives in Hemet, California. And she had to, in the chat, she told me she emailed, and it was there, and I did look. I missed it in all of the crap. I couldn't, and it still took me a minute to find it. I even checked spam, but I did find it. So, she lives very near my daughter. And so, when I go back, my daughter lives exactly halfway between Int Base and Twin Peaks, which is awesome. SPTVFoundation.org, ex-members, they will help you. They got out, they can help you get an apartment, get a car, get a job. You only have to work 40 hours a week and get great pay. You can have your own room and deodorant. Anyway, the reason I don't mention that is I know I don't get political, and I try not to get religious on here, because we're all different people. We all come from different walks of life, but we're all here for the same purpose. And I don't think it matters, Sorry, you guys. I wasn't holding it. God, this wind. sorry.
Coming because the East Coast is pissed off at me.
Dang it.
Hi, boys.
I've got this strap. I'm going to put this strap on my hand. So I have the flip phone. And the reason I got it is that you can get a case like a purse. And it has a wallet attached. And it has this strap that I always keep around my hand or around the tripod itself. When I was using a gimbal, I had it so that if somebody tries to run by and grab my phone, they're not going to get it. So I can hang on to that and it won't fall over. I didn't think about that till just now. I might do the cadence one more time before I leave. I have a lot of energy today. I don't know what it is. When you don't get a lot of sleep, it's like you pass that point of needing it and you're like totally awake. And that's what happened to me today. Plus I had a 20-ounce coffee on the way here. And I'm going to get one on the way home.
The Pope is mad at me, so I go over and pick him up.
So. Alright, I'm going to do the cadence again. So, now that I'm better at it, let's see if I can. The Aaron one, I was having trouble. I practiced it last night and I was having issues. So I think I'm going to leave the Aaron part out and just say Aaron. I knew it tripped me up. This is what I'm here for. It'll get people's attention, maybe. Oh, the door's open. Do you think I need to move closer or am I loud enough? I think I'm loud enough. But I could move closer and be really, really loud. Is my chat okay? Alright. Okay, here goes. We're going to do it again. I'm going to be a lot louder this time because I'm more confident. Alright, I'm going to wait for a group to go by. There's a group. Nah, don't hear me. Alright. They say that in the Sea York where long hours reign, they are paid a pittance for their endless strain, sacrificing all for the church's sake. They don't understand their freedom's at stake. Oh Lord, I want to go, but they won't let me go home. Scientology is lame, their PIs roam free, digging through our trash for what they can see, following our squirrels, attacking poor streets. They use Patrick Perry or any other creep. Oh Lord, I want to leave, but they won't let me leave. Scientology, whoa. Ex-members on YouTube, their tales do unfold, sharing their stories, their pixels so bold. From Sea York escapes to RPF dread, they expose the church corruption with words they have said. Oh Lord, I want to go, but Davey won't let me go home. In Big Blue's halls with all their fake news, little Captain Davey with his made-up crews, with his fake space navy sailing away. He is just so tiny, behind his back they say, hey Dave, I want to leave, but they won't let me leave Scientology. In the church's lore, where secrets do thrive, OT levels wait, where few pay to dive. Xenu's tale unfolds, in whispers they tell, the truth is so much stranger than anything they sell. Xenu, I want to go, but they won't let me go to Target 2. Xenu's trek and his deeds, they really do tout. Phaeton's in prison in a cosmic bout. Galactic ruler with a sinister plan. will see through the tail with a skeptic scan. Aaron, I wanna go, but they won't let me go home. In the realm of fiction, Hubbard takes the stage, crafting his farce with each and every page. Policies in hand, he spun us his tale, but we see through his lies, he should have gone to jail. Oh Lord, I wanna leave, but they won't let me leave. Scientology. In his big blue tower, Miscavige reigns supreme. Dictator-like control, his anger extreme. IRS gives him rule. No one is free. We'll take his ass to court till justice we see. Oh Mom, I wanna go, but Davy won't let me come home. With church's blessing, Master Sun stood tall. Covered in darkness, he harmed them all. The Jane Doe stood up to the church's shame. Justice prevailed, and he faced the blame. Oh Lord, he had to go because he was a total. In a court of law, Danny faced the stand, charged with his crimes by justice's hand. Guilty verdict rendered, his face was sealed tight. Now he pays the price, and that's only right. Oh great, he's in the jail, we're glad he's in the jail. All of us who hope the church's reign decline, we all unite with so many signs. Protesters march on against the church's way. Squirrel Squad is here to start a brand new day. Oh boy, the squirrels are here. We're glad the squirrels are here. Oh, Aaron and Nora leading the way, with Liz, Reese, and Natalie all in the fray. Creators, survivors, voices so clear. Their courage shines bright, dispelling the fear. Oh Lord, I wanna leave, they might help me leave. Oh, they stand against oppression with hearts so bold. Their stories were hidden, now they've been told. With each step they've taken, a path was paved. Towards the end of Scientology, they have so brave. Oh Lord, I wanna leave, they might get to leave for home. Truth prevails at last, as lives come undone. As the church's grip weakens, its power on the run. No more corruption, no more deceit. The end of Scientology, a victory so sweet. Oh Mom, they wanna leave, I watch them all leave for home.
Yes. Yes. Fuck him in the ass shot.
Hey now, that'll get me strike. Hey Angry Ginger, what's up? Better keep your TRs in. I didn't do it. I didn't see nothing. What I'd like to do. What they close? They try to close the door? Thanks, Miranda. I like the squirrels. That's a great thing to say. Well, I hope they hear that they can leave. I'm going to try to get something, done in a way that more towards them. I I have things in my notes, but getting SPTV Foundation in there was very difficult. But it'll be on my sign. If my husband ever helps me with my sign, there's a permanent side to my sign that will be the SPTV Foundation and the phone number for them that they can see. And then I'm gonna clear off my dining room table tonight. I'm gonna start working on the signs. So I bought like 5 different colors, and we have a base that will have Velcro on it, so I can change. Here, they're yelling at him to get out. They haven't even come out to fix the sign. Oh, he effed up that sign. I might have to put my stream on private. I don't really want to see him get in trouble. I wouldn't do that, but he's been pretty. Oh my God, that guy's pants is down around the bottom of his ass. He's fucking naked. Okay, his shirt's down now. Holy crap, I did not want to see that. Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah! Anyway, the sign. So then I realized, duh, because it was misty the other day, I have a teacher store in our town that can laminate big items. So I'm going to have all my signs laminated and then put Velcro on them, and I can change the sign out to different things. So that way I don't have to write a lot of things on one sign, because I feel like if there's too much information, that's why the sign I have now is really simple. It just says, this, ask me why. Now this side I wrote, this ones I could think of, Laura and Mike, but then I was given these and I just hot glued it on, and you know how people are nowadays, they don't want a piece of paper to take home, but they'll take a picture of it, and some of them have come up and said, okay, it says ask me why, what's going on. It's awesome. I love it. Well, I'm getting close to 3 hours. This is my longest stream. That's awesome. I probably missed a lot of other people's streams. I've learned, oh, she's so cute. Look at this little puppy. I want to bring one of my puppies, but they're not trained because they're yard dogs. They go for rides with us, but only if it's somewhere we're not getting out, because it's Texas and they'll die in the heat. Thanks, Miranda. And I'm just waiting. We found, you probably didn't hear, but my husband has been super supportive and this was his idea. I said I wanted a taller sign that could stand on the ground. Well, we had a tripod base that looked like it was only the feet, and it obviously had something connected to it. Well, that was before I got my wagon, and that thing feels like it weighs 20 pounds. Probably not that much, but it was heavy and metal. Now that would be perfect for this wind, but too late now. So we went to this thrift store that they're people that goes buy storage units. So there's this, you never know what's going to be in there. My husband likes to go there for tools. We found 2 tripods, and it looked like it's about this tall, so all the way up, it's not about 4 feet tall. It really, and it had, you could tell it had something, it's skinnier and like something goes on it. It probably a light or a speaker or something. It's really lightweight, which at the time I didn't have the wagon. So we couldn't find anything at Lowe's that would fit over that. It was either too big or too small. So we got the too small. We said, well, I can just take the heat gun and I can heat it and I can stretch it out and it'll fit. He's tried twice. The first time it would shrink back up. The second time I needed to be able to come off and go back on. So I had the idea, I have pretty good ideas sometimes, to go in with the Dremel on that piece that goes over that we need to stretch, and take material out, make like 4 or 5 grooves, not too thin, you don't want it to break, so that it would stretch easier and not be so thick. It's very thick PVC pipe. And then where the sign goes, we're going to flatten it with the heat gun, take a thick poster board. He wanted to use like paneling, but we realized it was a little too heavy, so. But I have the wagon now. When we were buying all this stuff, I didn't have a wagon. So now it kind of doesn't matter the weight that much, but too late. We got the poster board, and he's going to screw that on. That's the base. And then, like I said, I'm going to make different signs with stencils. I want them to look really good. I bought paint, and I even got like dark colors, so I can use like neon paint on them and make them really good to see. And that sucker is going to be, look here, it's going to be at least as tall as that bottom sign where there's two signs. I want it tall enough that people can see it over the cars, because they can't see that we're here. And so, you know, people have been giving me ideas for signs. If you want, in the comments below, give me ideas of things I should put on. I've already, you know, obviously the foundation, obviously child abuse, elder abuse, you know, all that kind of stuff. I might do one sign. I still have a thing about Shelley Miscavige. I think something is going on there. SBTVFoundation.org. They're ex-members. They created the foundation to help you escape. They'll help you with an apartment, a car, a job, and friendship. They were just like you when they wanted to get out and they escaped. They will help you do the same. You can walk out right now and I'll take you there, wherever you want to go. I can take you back to your family. You come out right now, we'll leave. And I'll make damn sure nobody bothers you. David Miscavige, the leader of this cult, drives a Bentley and pays these people $47 a week for 110 hours a week. When crowds go by, I like the old thing. Part for them, part for the people on the street. So I'm getting a new crowd out here right now. I'm getting, he looks like a missionary, but there's no name tag on. Ooh, get that away from that dog. Oh my god. Oh my god, get that out of that dog's mouth. Oh, it's disgusting. Ugh. Walking down through there, when I walk through there, you can smell pee. And I mean, right out on the sidewalk in front of like Chipotle. It's disgusting. By the way, really? Hold on, I got my other phone. What the fuck, man? Where is she at? Is she on her channel? Hold on. Let me turn this on. Come on, I still have... Come on, I still have my Bluetooth on my phone. What the fuck? Excuse my language. Oh, Wi-Fi. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find it. What's her channel name again? I know I'm subscribed to it. Why isn't... Alright. My network is not showing, so I'll probably go blank for a second because I'm minimizing to make sure the Bluetooth... I'm back. Alright. I didn't have it turned on the good phone. There we are. Alright. Connected. Who's filming her? Whose channel? Hitzel. What is somebody with her filming? Should I go there? I've got DOA's channel. Let's see who's live. There's live. What's happening? There's Nanstrew. Is there somebody with her? Oh, you son of a bitch, you stupid ass phone. It locked. Okay, I got her. All right.
Nance, where do you want me to put your car?
Okay.
Another parking spot.
Oh, somebody's got her phone.
District 1, got it.
She's telling her where to get her car. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me get my battery. I've never done this long of a live stream before, and my phone is about to die. It's on 5%. So hang on. There we go. Do you believe this crap? What the heck are they arresting her for?
Scientologist, so she gets to go through this pain. Give me a freaking break.
She's upset. I would be too. Nance, I'm so sorry. Oh, chat.
I want to get the cuffs. Yeah, we need the band. We need the band numbers. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, can I please get your, wait, what was your name? Thank you so much, officer. We're right behind you, lady.
I'm asking what happened, what they said she did. She did nothing. At least they're doing 2 sets of, oh, they're not doing 2 sets of cup? If you didn't beat somebody to the ground, you don't.
Thank you, sir, for being
You don't
so
need
kind.
to put them cuffs on.
I mean, it's a dumb idea. Bye now!
They're telling whoever's filming to get supervisor and all that.
Nance is in there, you
Nance
guys.
is gonna get all that. She'll get it.
Oh my God, I cannot believe.
If you want to help,
I am not
call
religious,
Chicago
but I
PD
tell you.
312-744-5907.
Touched one of the Scientologists. Her breast. Yeah.
Did you hear that? What they say she did?
It's best.
It's Nance Drew. Nance Drew. Somebody's holding her phone. They said her breast brushed a Scientologist. I want to see that on camera. How the hell did the scientists get that? Scientologists get that close? So Snappy, we can go from there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but, yeah.
Of course, it's Chicago. They're in their pocket too. They proved that the day of the opening.
Thank God I don't drink.
See, I'm sure all of you are watching it if you can. But she's in the car. She was yelling as they were putting her in the car. I would be too.
I need to take her car. Juanita's going to go with me to the first precinct with her stuff in her car. We'll meet her there. And I'm going to have to, I wonder how long the meters last to on Sunday. Like, how long do you have to, till what time? I got till 7.
I'm asking who's with her because she's going to have to put her camera down soon.
Oh, yeah, they said wait 3 to 4 hours. I'll wait they haven't even left yet.
No, somebody's holding her phone. I'm trying to find out if we all know who that is.
Yes, I will drive. Yep. We're gonna.
Miss Kim, he walked into her.
My parking first, 'cause, yeah.
Carrie, FYI, told me. said he walked into her. And I said, Carrie, of course. Because I knew she wouldn't do anything. We know better. We watched enough of LA and BOA and Jessica. Somebody drove by yelling. Can you hear it? She said, what'd she get arrested for? She goes, for boob touching. It was boob tech. I need to know who's with her. Nobody told me yet.
This is all very sexist. Unbelievably sexist. This is sickening. Yes, I have instructions from Nance. You said
who's with her?
Should I go over there?
Who's holding her phone, you know?
Oh, she can call? All right.
Rain.
How can I just...
Yeah, she should file for sexual assault. If he walked into her and touched her there.
Sorry, I've just been giving her my fucking... Oh.
Who's still filming with her? Still haven't got an answer. Pearl Snappy emailed Ellie attorney information. Good. This is ridiculous. This is freaking ridiculous. And I know if anybody else was filming or on her film, it's going to show he walked into her. But no, they're going to arrest her anyway and not look at the screen. Just like LAPD. Sorry, CPD, but you're looking real bad right now.
No, but they'll try to get it. You don't know what they do to people, okay? You really don't. You don't. I'm just saying. If they ask, thank you.
Windy City. Is he there? Is Windy City State and Watch there? This is ridiculous. She's having a hard time holding two phones. I want to go to her channel. If she has one, I'm not sure who's with her. They're still talking to the cops. I come prepared. I have 3 days worth of my meds with me. Somebody said they won't give you their meds unless they prescribe them. I'm like, bull pucky. I got prescription bottles in there and they don't give them to me. I will die. Not really, but can't do it.
Nice stunt. Nice stunt.
I'm gonna go look to see who's with her. Who's live. I'm not seeing anybody else with her. But she said she was holding two phones.
Well, I mean, what's the point of me going there and sitting with her?
It's true.
She has my phone number. Well, the police station now, I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's trying to tell her to go to the station now, but she's like, why? To just sit there and wait? windy there too. I can hear it on our speaker. All right, guys, I'm gonna go so I can find out what's going on here. All right. I need this disconnect. All right. SBTVFoundation.org. They're ex-members. They'll help you. Alrighty, guys. I gotta go. It's been fun. I had fun today. That's why I stayed so long. So I will see you all probably on Tuesday. And I'll see you later. Peace out.